what is the ruling of the one who fasts but does not pray at all? Is his fast valid? This is an issue that is frequently asked every single Ramadan. First of all, is it my job to judge people? I see many people in my family and elsewhere, they go to someone who does not pray, but is so eager to fast. When Ramadan starts, they say, don't fast. Why? You're a kafir. You don't pray. So the guy says, okay, if I'm a kafir, I'm not gonna fast. Why would I fast? Subhanallah. Akhi, what harm would he bring you if he fasts? Nothing. But it is our love to judge people, to control others. Now, I've often said this, and I'll repeat it again. The ruling of a person who does not pray is theoretical and practical. The theoretical part is the hadith which states, anyone who does not pray is a kafir. The pledge between us and them is abandoning salat. Whoever abandons salat is a kafir. Between man and disbelief or shirk is abandoning salat. All these hadiths are authentic in Sahih and elsewhere. So there's no doubt in their authenticity. These are theoretical. It is like when the Prophet said, ﷺ, may Allah curse the one who deals in riba and who takes riba. So this is theoretical. I can't go to a person in an interest-based bank, a teller, or the clerk who is opening accounts and fixed deposits and setting the percentage of riba. I cannot go to him and say, may Allah curse you. The Prophet has cursed you. You are cursed. Because this is practical. So the theoretical part is, anyone who does not pray is a kafir. The practical part is to identify whether this particular individual, named Ahmad, for example, who does not pray, whether this particular individual named Ahmad, is he a kafir or not? This is the practical aspect of it. So what's the difference? The Prophet said, who doesn't pray is a kafir. Ahmad doesn't pray, then he's a kafir. No. Practically, we have to ensure that the conditions are fulfilled, that he knows the ruling, that he's choosing that ruling, that he does not have any misinterpretation, because he might say, yes, I know the hadith, and I know also that the Prophet said, whoever says La ilaha illallah will never enter hell. So I'm saying La ilaha illallah. So there's a misinterpretation here. And we have to ensure that there are no obstacles, that he's not ignorant, that he's not forced, that he's not misinterpreting, etc. And this practical side cannot be done except by scholars, the Muslim ruler, the Muslim judge, to ensure that this individual has fulfilled all the conditions and is a full-fledged kafir. A person who does not pray and fast, is his fast valid? This is in the hands of Allah Azza wa Jal. We try to give him da'wah, call him to pray. We would not repel him from fasting or say, you don't pray, your fast is invalid. No, let him. Fasting will only draw him closer to Allah, and somehow, some way down the line, he will inshallah resume praying.